Okay, this is on the Wicks job, number 53566, installed on May 2nd by Aaron. Okay, so what we're doing is we are replacing this furnace with a 90% furnace, adding a 4-inch wide filter box, changing the coil and changing the air conditioner with a and adding S30 thermostats. Okay, so on the demo, this whole return air panning and this will all come out. I have a cut line on the return air here and here for a starting collar. On the supply air, I have a cut line just right here. So the furnace will sit 5 inches forward in front of that concrete. I have a 5-inch duct going behind it. And so in order to make all this fit, the furnace was going to have to be all the way over here. And obviously with the wall there, it can't be because you wouldn't be able to get the blower out and service it. So the new furnace is going to be 10 inches over from this return air duct to the furnace. So just be right beside this trim here. Okay, and then we have the furnace. Then we have a 5-inch wide filter box, and then return air drop. And so obviously it's right where the water heater is, and we're gonna have to redo a lot there. Okay, so the homeowner is going to work with us, and we need to move the water heater over to the opposite side of this drain where this water tank is. The homeowner's going to drain this and have this drained by the time we get here, hopefully. If not, he'll be draining at least this when you're tearing out this furnace. But this he needs to have drained so we can put the water heater in its place. Okay, the homeowner is going to be in charge of the water, doing the water lines. We will be in charge of the flue and the gas. Okay, so on the other side of the wall there's this filter right here. So, and I couldn't get this to work reusing this return air, so sorry, I tried. But with this, everything right here is just impossible. Okay, so ductwork just as it shows. So I just gave you one fitting, 6.5 inches tall, no canvas. So I made it a lap fitting, so be creative in how you put that in. Okay, so the return, we'll have a 90, and I made the throat extra long because on the back we're going to tap a 5-inch by 48 duct off the back, and then the end cap here, 90, and then a piece of duct here. I'll make this U-shape so you can get in there and do your work and seal it. And that'll reconnect this existing return air grill. Okay, so the furnace, we have a 90 canvas, and then I have an offset back 5 inches to get next to the furnace and coil. It'd be nice to go more, but I hit the furnace. So we're coming up right in between this flue here with our duct. So, and then I have just a 5-inch starting collar here. So with our duct on our flue, so the water heater flue, we're gonna get rid of this and change our furnace flue to go to the water heater. Okay, so we're gonna cut back this 3-inch as far back as we can inside the wall and put a 3-inch aluminum drip cap in it. Or if you can, I can't really see what goes on, but once you cut this apart, if you want to just rip it out and, seal the aluminum and tape it, that's fine too, but probably just a 3-inch cap would be easiest. Okay, so on the 5-inch aluminum here, flue, you're going to cut it back as far as you can, and we have like 2 inches right here to the stud, so you can cut out the sheetrock, and even if you need to cut out the stud, I don't look there. But anyway, we need to cut it back as far as we can, and then I gave you a 5-inch B-vent 90 that we're just gonna, they kind of homemade their own B-vent here. But we're just going to put a B-vent 90 over the aluminum and seal it as far back as we can, and kind of do like a 45 type thing, or get it out over this way so it doesn't hit our duct. And then a 5-to-4 reducer, and then I'll give you another 4-inch B-vent 90 to straighten it out, and a 12-inch piece and a draft hood, and then just redo the new water heater, or the existing water heater, to 4-inch. And they have 2 draft hoods, so use the 4-inch draft hood, of course. Okay, sorry, that was kind of long. Okay, so on the furnace flue, we're going to go 2-inch PVC. We can go 19 feet with 690s. So we're just going to side vent right out there. The AC lines that goes through right there. You will have to drill through this joist wherever is best. But the AC, you're going to have to move it over because it's right in front of the disconnect now. So move the AC over, and then you can probably put your flues right here. Anyway, okay, and so a flat termination outside with that. Okay, on the gas, our return air drop is going to be where this, hit the gas where it is now. So you're going to remove the drop. You're going to turn this 90 facing this way at a 3-inch, 1-inch by 3-inch, and a 1-inch 90, and then 1-inch by, you know what, I made it 3, but I'm going to make it longer just to get you under that duct. I'll make it like a 1-inch by 8-inch to get you under that duct. And then a T, use this existing T that they have, but turn it so this here is pointed that way, and we'll use that for the water heater. So the existing T, you know what, I'm going to leave it as is. So just a 3-inch, then the T pointing this way, since we don't want to drop down too low. Anyway, then a 1/2 inch by 20 inch piece, then a 1/2 inch 90, and a 1/2 inch by 60 inch piece to a, you know, a caulk, and then a flex to the water heater. Okay, on the other bottom of the T, I have a 1/2 inch by 48 piece, and then a caulk, and a 2 with the T and drip leg, and then flex into the furnace like normal. Okay, AC I'll go over in a minute. The drain, just to the floor right there. Thermostat, we're going to change it to an S30 thermostat. The electrical, we're going to reuse the switch and box, but add a new cover. Okay. Okay, so on the AC, the existing breaker is okay. It's 30 amp, and the panel is in the garage. Okay, so the AC is not hooked up right now, so you'll have to recover the refrigerant if there is any in there. But disconnects, it's inset in the wall. So we're going to add a new pad, but move it over. And just take the grass that's here and put it where that was, you know. But anyway, and keep note there's a sprinkler right here. Anyway, move that over. So we're going to reuse the existing breaker, reuse the existing disconnect, but we cannot get to it to extend this whip. So what I've done is I gave you a rigid coupling. So you're going to put a, you know, cut it where as needed, and put a seal tight connector on it, and then a rigid coupling with another seal tight connector, and then you can extend the hose and push new wire through it to the existing disconnect. Okay, and flush the lines, and that's it.